Hello, namaste, and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena, and today I will discuss about what are the different ways hackers use for attacking. Hackers always in the hunt of finding out the weaknesses on the target must understand. So they are always in the hunt. Yes, which of our target is having vulnerabilities, weaknesses of the system, or at what level they are having. Okay, so with the less effort, how uh, being a hacker, I would be able to enter on their system and whatsoever I want, whether just I want to steal the valuable information, I want to use the resources of their computing devices, or I want to damage their properties, we can say, but lies on our devices, or we want to disrupt their business. They just think like that way, and where they with the less of effort they find yes this is the weaknesses lies on the system of our target. Let's just attack on it. So what type of that uh, uh, vulnerabilities exist where they just find it out? Whatsoever the devices we are using, whether that's our host machines we are using, our laptop, our servers, our firewalls, routers, switches, our mobile devices which we are using, each and every device is having operating system. Understand? And operating system are just the combination of so many different programs. Collectively, they perform a task for us. Understand? So when the programmers are developing it, there might be some code not written properly, or that's having some kind of loopholes. So always hackers find out that bugs. Yeah, and they also find out yes, is there any kind of buffer overflow possible on the target machine, so that we can assign a lot of data to the certain kind of memory, so that whatsoever the information will pass over to that particular buffer, it will be overflow and we would be able to get it. Okay, they will just find it out. Another thing is unpatched operating system. Vendors time to time publishing the patches. Okay, because they just come to know yes this is the piece of software not working properly, and to just block that weaknesses which lies on our operating system, this is the patch for it. And if that's available and we don't uh, 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 apply it on our machine, that means we are leaving a lot of space for hackers, so that they can with less effort they will find out yes this vulnerabilities lies on the system, and target haven't just patch it, so it's unpatched, it's open door for us to enter and just perform the attack. Understand? And another thing is uh, we are using so many networking protocols to communicate. Okay, and if some kind of protocol which are having the vulnerabilities, okay, and they just will find it out and perform attack with there, and they just attack on an authentication system where the load of credentials stored, for example say on active directory windows. So on active directory administrator is having the account of all the users in the organization, but the password is there. So if they just get it, then definitely it's like a, they just hunt the treasure, they're having the treasure. So they are always in the hunt of that. And even whatsoever the hash value operating system is storing on the machine, if they just will get it out, they would be able to crack it down. Okay? If we are using the uh, smaller easy password, and the hash value will be able to crackable for the available, and breaking the file system security, that's also possible. Another they will just find out yes, um, maybe the administrator or the user haven't configured the devices properly, the software which they are using, that's not properly configured, so loophole into it. Let's just take an example of that one. For example, suppose a administrator assign high privileged uh, account to certain user, okay, to perform a certain task, and after just finishing that task, administrator just forgot to take over those uh, account, or just delete those account or disable that account, and hackers just can use that one later just to find it out. That's also the possibility. Or another, there are different type of misconfiguration happens, and a lot of attacks happens due to the misconfiguration. And we are using a lot of applications on our devices to perform different tasks. Okay, plugins we are using, that those applications also a invitation for the hackers. Yes, if that having some kind of vulnerability into it, then definitely they will find it out, and will might be they will be able to get the sensitive information, or they can perform the buffer flow or buffer overflow attack, or SQL injection. They can perform on the injection on the database, on or the cross-site scripting, session hijacking, denial of service, man-in-the-middle phishing attacks. There can be a lot of possible attacks are there. Social engineering, DDoS attack, lot of attacks are possible. Understand? And the string wrapped code attacks. Developers are developing a lot of codes, and this is open sourced. And if suppose I'm a coder or a developer, and I don't know a lot of programming language, and I need to design a application, so what I'll do, I just find out the piece of coding or the internet which are open source, and I'll use that code as it is in my system. And there are some, again, vulnerabilities lies into it, and if I'll not modify it, and as I will not it I will not use it as per the requirement of mine, and whatsoever I need not in my programming language, I'll not delete it. For the hackers it will be easy to find out, yes, this is the sequence, it's working, and in this way I can perform the attack on specific code, piece of the code, or on the software. So there are lot of different ways hackers just can use, and to just find out the vulnerabilities on our system. So we must be careful enough to find out, yes, what type of operating system we are using, is that properly patched, okay, time to time, or whatsoever the softwares applications we are using, that must be configured in a proper way. Okay, and applications which we are using, code what we are using, that must be in the way, so that we would be able to use it properly without just giving the space to the hack. Okay, so follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next interesting and also share that session with friends, group members as well, that they will be able to understand where hackers can find out the weakness on your system and can perform the different kind of attacks. Okay, and in the next session, I'm just going to discuss about what is business continuity management. So see you in the next session. Namaste.